sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this January the 12th. Flying by. We're already in the second Saturday of the month, which means that we pull in our regular co-host. This is not bonus Wong yet. That's 2 weeks from now. This is his regular Wong, and that's our good friend over there, Ron Wong. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Larry, and good morning, John. Good morning, everybody. It is nice, cool day in the neighborhood today.
It has been, and John Gordon is here, the newly appointed Chief Poopa of the Ducks Unlimited Communications Department. I'm not sure but you do deal with DUTV.
Mm-hmm.
And,
that's correct. DUTV and the DU Films series, which we have two now. DU Films, which is more hunting-based, and DU Conserve, which is habitat-based, which this will be the inaugural season of DU Conserve coming out.
And you just got back from Oklahoma?
Just got back from Oklahoma. They were lamenting their loss to Alabama once they saw Clemson destroy them in the national championship.
Well, it took us about 2 minutes to get into football. So
it's over, but we still have to talk about it.
It's over when it's over.
That's right.
All of us are over. Okay.
No, Oklahoma was good.
That's enough. That's enough. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying it just the hunting was fair, but I mean it's been not very good nationwide. So
yeah, we heard about that. Is it hard for Ducks Unlimited to raise money in a year like that? You guys go.
We do the best we can with it. It just
you're optimistic.
You're
optimistic for next year. Are you optimistic?
Oh yeah, sure. Always. Hey, look, if you're a duck hunter, you're always optimistic about it. It's just and this year looks so good, promising in November.
Yeah,
and it just fell apart. El Nino winds and wet conditions have really put a curtail on the entire season across the nation.
I heard.
It's been awful warm too.
Yeah, correct. Right.
People were pretty down about last week's show about CWD and the duck season. So we want to talk pleasant now, because I know,
pleasant stuff.
As Ron will say, the fish are biting.
The fish are biting,
they are always biting.
And there are some ducks to be had. I know Ronnie Capps and his crew have really been stroking them every day almost on the river.
Yeah, the river has really been with new water reaching
a lot
areas,
of water.
a lot of water. That's one place that I have heard that has been pretty good.
It's been very good.
Is the river? With the mild temps too, it's lack of urgency to feed. So if you can find those birds in those
and they haven't come
new
down.
Spots, they'll like I said, and the birds we have have been here forever, and so they're hitting that. Yeah, if you can find new water, new areas, you can find ducks.
They know what those shotguns sound like now.
Yes, they do very well.
They tend to stay away from that.
And particularly, the river is at almost flood stage. It's not 2 or 3 feet below flood stage, so we got water where we might not normally have water.
And that's everywhere,
That has opened up a lot of fresh areas to the ducks. So that's one place I've heard success. It's just it takes a lot of scouting, a lot of effort to get that done. So a lot of folks just don't have access to that. So,
well, speaking of effort, this past week I was fortunate enough finally to harvest a deer.
Good.
Yeah, it took a lot out of me. The deer did not want to just lay down. She wanted to go for a walk, and where she walked was not too pleasant sometimes and everything for me and my buddy Rodney Owen. But did get the deer. Got through the biggest cuckleberry field I've ever been through in my life. My friend even had cuckleberries in his hair, cuckleburrs or whatever you call them.
Cuckleburrs, yes.
Cuckleburrs in his hair that he had to cut out. But took my deer. I want to say right now that I didn't have to go to Bolivar last Tuesday night for the meeting on chronic wasting disease. Let's get all this bad stuff out of the way, because I sat right there at my computer screen and watched it live on Facebook. Pretty remarkable from the days we used to have to go and write with a notebook and things like that. But it's on the TWRA Facebook page. You can go back and watch the entire meeting, but it was live, and a lot of interesting comments came out of that. And we're going to talk later in the show with our good friend Amy Snyder, the Region 1 Information and Education Officer. She was there to tell us about that. But there's so many things right now we're hitting on, and Ron mentioned a little bit about the I've seen some pretty big fish caught now, and I don't know those fish. Those fish right now, the water temperature is only Ron knows, because he goes out there every day and puts his toe in the water.
Absolutely.
And gauge it by what color his toe is.
He's putting lures in the water. Every time I turn around, there's Ron with a big fish somewhere.
The water temperatures are in the low 50s.
Low 50s.
For right now, this time of year,
for this time of the year,
really.
That's unheard of, because typically it's in the mid to low 40s.
Yeah.
And, 50 degrees is kind of the magic number where the bass and crappie and brim, believe it or not. We caught some brim earlier this week on swim baits.
Yeah.
These brim were approaching a pound, and we were catching them 3 to 4 feet deep.
Oh, man, all I see is bass he's holding up. I want to see one of them 1 pound brim,
That's a platter size brim.
That is a platter size.
They're good size, and the water all over. I know there's a lot of fish being caught at Pickwick right now, especially on the upper lake. The lower lake or the river part of Pickwick, not so much, because of how many gates they have open, trying to keep the water
They got some
levels
gates
down.
open, don't
yes,
they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And, I know that there are a lot of crappie being caught now at Sardis Lake. I mean, I went by there about a week ago, and all of Engineers Point ramp was full. and I looked back into Engineers Creek there towards the marina. I probably saw 10, 15 boats in there crappie fishing. Pretty amazing, yeah.
And I know that all this water for the duck hunters, everybody says, well, this is another day for ducks. It's raining. Well, I think that the normal people don't understand that there it is. Yeah, there's that big old brim. Way to go. It's not Ron, but it's a big brim, though.
You have to have a brim that big to hit a swim bait, I think.
Yeah.
Just to get his mouth on it.
Yeah, that's what made it so unusual there. But we've talked about the weather. We've talked about all the different things that are going on right now. I know that mid-January we're actually getting ready to have an extended season for deer in 3 counties in West Tennessee. So we'll talk more about that on today's show. And of course, John said he just got back from Oklahoma. So tell our listeners quickly about your new job. What are you doing?
Well, my official title is Senior Communications Specialist.
Senior.
I work within the communications department. We're part of the marketing umbrella with creative services, and and the magazine staff at Ducks Unlimited. It's really exciting, Larry. I am in charge of production coordination for Ducks Unlimited Television, which is the longest-running waterfowl hunting show ever. And then also the DU Films series. We have
love them. Yeah.
2 different DU Films now. The DU Films, which is hunting based, and we go to different locations around the country and film some really great stories.
That's where you were earlier this week in Oklahoma,
right?
You said, near Wichita Falls,
correct?
In the Red River,
right?
So historic place. I don't really think about duck hunting there.
It's big open country there, ranching country. It's that's what they do in that part of the world. But there's a lot of waterfowl there as well, both ducks and geese. So you got DU Films and then DU Conserve, which is new in this year. We're going to have 4 episodes of DU Conserve coming out that will cover habitat, and it's going to cover the 4 major regions: the Boreal Forest, the Central Valley of California, the Gulf Coast, and the Great Plains region. So we've already done the Boreal Forest one, and it turned out really well. So I'm really excited about that.
And you got to fill in for James Powell.
I did. That's where in Oklahoma I was filling in.
So you really
for him.
got your feet wet, so to speak.
I have, and it's been great. Great folks at DU, and the mission that is behind it all is really dear and dear to my heart. Being such a lifelong waterfowl hunter, going to work for DU was really like a dream come true.
Well, we're going to talk all down through here, and Ron has really set up a great guest to kind of close out the show, Melinda Hayes. You want to stick around for Melinda at the end because she's got some pretty good things to talk about, and we always like to talk with somebody from Sheridan, Arkansas. I'm going to throw that in there, Ron, before you have a chance to and everything. All right. Well, let's take our first break, and we're going to talk to the newest member of the TWRA, Howard. I don't know if I can spell that, but stay with us. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.